So, if it's okay to ask the simple fact, because you trained Rolly, just wanted to get some fight breakdowns, because you've always gave fight breakdowns throughout this. Since you trained Rolly, he's fighting Pitbull. I know that you won't be helping him in this particular camp for this fight. Or obviously, in this sense, you have a lot of confidence in Rolly. I'm assuming you're gonna pick Rolly to beat Pitbull Cruz in this, or is
yes.
it? Okay, and can you elaborate why?
Yeah, Rolly just have a more difficult style. See, when you go back to the old saying, if you don't study for a test, you cannot pass that test. We know Pitbull Cruz style, but Rolly style is awkward. Pitbull don't have a jab. He has to get inside. Rolly can beat him from the outside and not even take no chances. He's fought a shorter guy before. I got another shorter guy. Now he's orthodox. I think Rolly has all the abilities and all the knowledge that I placed in him about the fight game for him to be successful. Now, I hope these trainers that whoever choose, the Bob Wares and the Bob Santos, whoever the fuck they are, don't change nothing about him. Because if they do, that's to his demise. Keep doing what Bullet gave him. He'll be successful.
Is there any concern from Pitbull, let's just say, just from a stance of just an opponent? Like, let's say Rolly keeps to the traditional style that you feel would work against them. Is there any threats or anything that Pitbull can bring? Or?
Of course, Pitbull is a well-conditioned. He just throws a million punches, some of them with no avail, but if they land, it's a problem. But I take nothing away from Pitbull. He is a Pitbull. But like I said, Rolly has more skills than him, way more power. And I expect to see him knock him out. I expect to see Rolly knock out Pitbull Cruz.
Do you think a lot of fans would be surprised on that sense? Because the fact that a lot of people may not.
Our whole career, fans been surprised. Critics been surprised. To get him to fight into a world championship with 12 fights for the interim. Everybody's surprised. Vegas surprised. People around him now in his corner that's new, surprised that he's where he's at. So surprising, we've always been the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Rolly's always been the underdog. With 35 amateur fights, no real tournament wins. What else do you expect from him?
Do you think Vegas will make him the favorite in this fight? Because a lot of the coaches I've spoke to, I haven't had a single person so far, just asking throughout, haven't picked Pitbull Cruz. Everyone's picked Rolly across the board.
Of course. I mean, Pitbull is one-dimensional. Rolly has a lot of speed, power, ability, knowledge now after all these years. I think if he utilizes it and keep his distance and be smart, he can be successful against Pitbull.
Do you think his last performance that he had, because I know that the fight that he had with Tank, a lot of people, how competitive it was, but at the same time there was a story of, me personally, I guess I'll just speak my opinion, and that I do believe that Tank's arm was hurt in that fight. I did notice that he didn't use one of his hands for quite some time. So a lot of people have led to the belief that either one, Pitbull did really great against Tank, great fighter, or simply the fact that Tank was disabled, and so that's why.
Exactly. Pitbull fought a B-level Tank. If Rolly had fought Tank that night, Rolly would have stopped him because he wasn't 100%. I mean, we know from actions, from performance. So that's what I'm saying. You try to put Pitbull with Rolly, it's a kind of a joke.
So would you say his last performance was not his best performance, or was that
Who's?
Pitbull? Pitbull. Did you get to see when he fought Carvajal on the?
Yeah.
Was that a bad night, or was that actually Pitbull what we saw?
That's actually Pitbull. You understand what I'm saying? Hype is a major tool in the sports. Hype is a very powerful thing. Pitbull has a whole Mexican audience behind him trying to push him to be a Mexican star. Mexicans believe they own boxing. Truth of the matter is, partially they do. So they always want a star. They got Benavidez, they got Canelo, they want Pitbull to be the next one. But Pitbull has to go through Rolly to be a champion. It's not gonna happen.
Of course, before I let you go, is there any last things that you want to tell the boxing world, or any?
Just, think about this interview by the end of 2024. Remember what I said. If things changes with mindsets and all that, you'll see. And remember, don't know 1, 2, 3 monkeys spoil no show. This is my life, this is what I do. And for all the other coaches out there that's been through this, I empathize with you. You understand? And we just hope that the the whole narrative about boxing, you know, changes at some point, you know, but it probably won't. It's just a type of game. You know, you got money talks. You got people that's in positions that liked by other people more than, you know, I'm the underdog when it comes to coaches. Like I said, like, my fighters been underdogs, you know what I'm saying? But we proved them wrong by our actions, by performance. But that don't mean they like me. Trainer get fired a year. How do you get fired a year and you're not even a coach? Politics. Who likes who? What manager like who? What promoter like who? Who votes for this shit? Nobody's been busier than me in 2023. Nobody. Look at the amount of fighters I have fought, amount of fights I've had in 2023. Male, female, championship. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But they don't look at the guy with the dreads from Belize because he don't fit the description of a 60-year-old, 50-year-old coach. I'm a young Thundercat with a whole lot of knowledge. And it'll be another maybe 10 years. I'll be like a Calvin Ford or like a Mayweather that never got coach of the year. You know, but I know 2023 I was coach of the year. Apart from the big fights, of course, on a big stage, you got to give them guys the marbles, like, you know, Bud and Inoue, you know, Devin Haney, Tank, you know, them guys, they're on the top of the level, but it doesn't mean that work ain't getting done underneath that. It's a lot of work being done underneath those belts. I said that's all. Beast Boxing International. We build killers.
I appreciate it.